Alright, in this video, I'm going to talk about compliant guns. The term compliant comes from the fact that it complies mostly to HVLP requirements. Compliant guns are allowed in many HVLP areas because they have the 65% or better transfer efficiency. Just through more advancements in design and machining and what have you over the years, they've come up with designs that I think are probably even better than HVLP as far as overall finish that you get out of the gun. How a compliant gun works, like HVLP, compliant guns can also be called reduced pressure guns, RP, maybe you've seen HTE, which stands for high transfer efficiency. It kind of depends on the manufacturer. DeVilbiss, this is a compliant gun. The DeVilbiss compliant gun is called the DeVilbiss Plus gun, GFG 670 Plus. Like HVLP, the pressure that is set at the regulator does get reduced internally in the gun, and so the pressure at the air cap is less than the pressure coming into the gun. However, it's not HVLP in the fact that typically the pressure at the air cap is actually higher than 10 psi, which HVLP restrictions say that you must have less than 10 psi or up to 10 psi at the air cap, and you have to have 65% transfer efficiency. The compliant guns comply with the 65% transfer efficiency. These are kind of a mix between HVLP and conventional guns in the way they operate. Because of the higher pressure at the cap, they atomize extremely well, like a conventional gun will do. However, unlike a conventional gun and more like HVLP gun, you'll get that high transfer efficiency. Some of these guns actually can be higher than 65%, which, you know, for a gun that sprays like a conventional gun and saves as much paint as it does, I think that's pretty cool. These guns, like I said, they will reduce the overspray level versus a conventional gun. They'll probably be similar to an HVLP. These guns are really good for top coats, your single stages and especially clear coats. When I was researching this gun here, like I said, this is the DeVilbiss Plus gun. The kind of general consensus that I got out of the forums that I was on, the three kind of top clear coat guns were the STATA RP, so yeah, STATAJET 3000 RP, the Iwata LPH, I think it's a 400 with the silver cap. Those were 1 and 2. You know, those are both $500-ish guns. This was kind of a close third. This gun here is like under 300 bucks. And the first time I used this gun, I could tell, oh my god, this thing is amazing for spraying clear coat, because it went on like glass. And that's how these guns are better than HVLP, because HVLP will typically give you, depending on how much you spend and what brand you buy, but will give you orange peel, probably more than you want. You probably will be wet sanding and buffing afterwards, so it may not be a deal breaker for you. But these guns here, the compliant guns, the RP, HTE, the Plus, whatever you want to call them, if you don't get any dirt or mosquitoes or what have you in your clear coat, I mean, there is minimal wet sanding and you can go right to buffing. Comes out super clean, super smooth is what I'm trying to say. Another thing I've noticed when I bought this gun compared to an HVLP, I don't know if it's just this one or if it's all the reduced pressure guns. When I spray clear coat with this thing, the clear coat goes on really thick, but because it's atomized so well, it's harder to run than if I were spraying through whatever HVLP gun that I have. So you get really good coverage, but it goes on so smooth and so slick. I don't know how to describe it. These guns are really great for top coats. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you about these. Probably not. That's about all I got. So, like I said, it's kind of a mix between conventional and HVLP. I have read, and I talked about this in my HVLP video, that these guns may not be the best for spraying base coats. Apparently you can over atomize base coats. Like I said, I'm a hobby painter, so it's a little bit above my realm of expertise, but they're more designed for shooting clear coats. However, I have read on several forums of guys that run body shops that say, you know, I have a Satajet RP, or I have, you know, this compliant gun or this RP gun, and I use it for all my base coats and I use it for all my clear coats, and I never have a problem with it. So do your research on that, see what you can find out if it's a question that you have. I'm drawing a blank here. I know I wanted to say something else, but I just can't think of it right now. Oh well. If I think of it, I'll put it in a little dialogue box next to the video. So these guns are really good. I like this. This is the Vilbus Plus. One good thing, I got a couple minutes left here. But the Vilbus guns, if you've looked at the Finish Line 3, or I don't know if the Finish Line 4, but I know the Finish Line 3 for sure, the Plus gun, maybe the GTI, I'm not exactly positive, but I know that the Finish Line and the Plus gun for sure come with like a kit. I got this kit for $285 sent to my house. Regulator, cup, gun, and 3 different sizes. 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. And the cool thing about the Vilbus that a lot of guns don't do, to change your needle size or your fluid tip size, all you do is you use the same air cap, the same needle, you just change the tip. Most other guns, you need to get a different needle, a different fluid tip, and a different air cap. So it's a cost savings. Plus, if you buy it as a kit, you have that option right out of the box to experiment with you know, the different sizes. When I got this gun, I put the 1.4 in it, or no, 1.3 in it, because this is strictly a clear coat gun. I put the 1.3 in it, and just for shits and giggles, I put the 1.2 in it, and it actually, for me, sprayed better. I don't know if it's the clear that I use or the style of painting that I do, but like I said, the SATA and the higher end RP guns, reduced pressure guns, are, you know, $500, and it's too rich for my blood. So for less than $300, this is definitely an option you should consider. I recommend it. So that's compliant guns. I'm going to do one more video. I'll talk about LVLP, and then I'll probably talk about some other stuff too, just to hopefully help some of you guys out that may have some questions.